Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to Rob Races and Rebuilds. As you will have no doubt seen by the title, Shinryu, the Silver FG2, is finally tuned. So I went ahead off camera because I was in a bit of a rush as per usual, and I finished installing the bolt-ons on the car, which as we left off before King of the Hill there, I had done all the suspension work, the wheels, tires, the exhaust, etc. But since I did not have time to get it on a dyno before then, I did not install the intake and I did not install the Skunk 2 header. So since then, off camera, I've gotten the 3.5 inch Skunk 2 intake installed and the header. Not that you can see it, but just pretend you can see it, or trust me, it's there. And then I ended up actually deciding to e-tune the car. I had driven my buddy Shane's white FA5. If you watch the Junkyard and Toge video, his car was tuned by Kevin at Evolution in Vancouver, and I really liked the way his car felt, so I ended up getting Kevin to e-tune my car as well. And yeah, it feels good. I think we were a little limited on quality of fuel, and he said maybe intake flow. He thinks there could be a little bit to be gained if we went with a larger throttle body or port match RBC or whatever, but as of right now, I'm happy with the car. He figures it's making about 210 to 215 wheel horsepower, which is what, 35 horsepower more than it would have stock for the tires. So it feels pretty stout. It sounds pretty good. It's fun to drive, so I'm quite happy with it for now. In the future, we may continue down the rabbit hole and try and make more power with it, because don't forget, we do have a K24 sitting over there under the towel. But back to this. I think we'll take this car to Autocross today rather than Shingo. Obviously, if I wanted to go be competitive, we'd take Shingo, but I just kind of want to go for fun. My friendly rival in the GTI won't be there anyway, so I don't really have to worry about winning. So we're gonna take this and see how it does. It's obviously not optimized for STX, being that it does not have nearly enough front camber, it doesn't have nearly enough spring rate, nearly enough wheel or tire. But like I said, I just want to go for fun, try it out, see what it's like to autocross with an 8th gen with a couple more horsepowers and being lowered. I have a sneaking suspicion the car might be too loud for our lot. We are restricted to, I think, 93 decibels, 96 maybe. I don't know, I forget. So there's a strong chance I may do one run and they're gonna say, get the fuck out. If that's the case, I will try and car hop and maybe drive a few friends' cars for fun and bring you guys along for that footage as well. I know my buddy Wade wants me to drive his K20 Z3 swapped EG road race car. So we might do that. And yeah, I don't know, maybe we'll try and drive another 8th gen or something, but I gotta get my ass in gear. I gotta get this car loaded. I gotta check my tires. I actually just uploaded my last revision on the Flash Pro, which I have not test driven it yet. I haven't even started it yet, but it was basically, we had done all the tuning looked good, and he just turned off rev hang and I think it has like a first gear throttle damper or something. I think he turned that off as well for this last revision, and then I adjusted the launch control to 4,000. I think that's what I set it at King of the Hill, and it was pretty good. So not that I'm a big launch control guy anyways, but close enough. So I think she'll be pretty good. I have taken it on one little road trip to go buy parts for another project. I did that the other day, and it ran flawless. So also, side note, for any of you that have the Skunk 2 intake, did you think that was a nightmare to install? Because holy moly. I was like, I started it late at night and I was like, oh yeah, I had started the header the previous day, so I was like, I'll just finish with the header and then I'll do the intake. Intake will take me less than an hour, easy peasy, right? When's the cold air intake difficult? I don't know, I struggled with this thing, getting it to fit right, and then getting the wires to go in nice places because none of the factory clips go in the right spots, and I mean, obviously you gotta take the bumper and all that off, that's not a big deal, but just getting everything to fit right. The upper radiator hose fits like shit. If you don't clock it right, it hits the shift linkage when you go into reverse, and it doesn't come with the included stuff to delete the little crossover pipe that usually comes up here on a stock car. I don't know, I thought it was a bit of a nightmare from an engineering standpoint. Not that it was like hard to install, it was just a pain in the butt because things weren't thought out that great, I thought. So from a performance standpoint, I can see why it works well, but installation standpoint, pain in the ass. Header wasn't too bad. I mean, as easy it can be for an engine that's underneath the dashboard. And obviously it bolted right up to the exhaust, so everything was fine there. But I should probably stop babbling. I did wash the car last night, it's looking pretty good. But I just got to load my stuff, my air compressor and my cooler. And I wanted to give the interior a quick vacuum. I'm gonna hit the road and I'll see you guys at Autocross. Like I said, we'll for sure do one run in this car. If we get called out for being too loud, you might see me in another car, so I'll see you guys there. Driving a race car. Since the stop box is super sketchy, I might back out of it before the finish line. I can barely reach the floor. There's a doggo. We're in a fun car. Neat.
That's not the right car.
It sure isn't.
Have fun.
I'm a little scared, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You just shut it off? Well, this thing's a hoot.
Oh, that's 192 temps. It's solid. The front end feels good in this car. That's what I like.
Yeah, I like
point and shoot.
the brakes are actually fairly calm. I locked them up in the back corner there once, but honestly.
But that's also like old ass fucking tires.
Yeah, and first time driving it, like, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's so much louder. I was like, holy fuck, this thing's noisy.
Blue strap, but yes, that
Oh, okay. And yeah, she's spicy feeling.
it only broke up a little bit.
Yeah, I did a couple times, but it wasn't like detrimental.
No, but the problem is it does that little bit, but it's not enough for a data load to catch it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm fighting with.
Huh.
But
Alright, I'm back from Autocross for the night. It's a little after midnight. What you've seen there, my fastest run in this car was my third run. And I felt like, I think like I had said earlier, that the suspension's just not optimized for STX, and I felt like I was fighting the front end. The motor and everything felt great, but it just needs more camber and more spring rate to be fast in STX, so I was just kind of over it for the night. Luckily, it actually wasn't too loud. The car was super quiet. Not super quiet, but it's actually quite mild from the outside. It's mostly just loud inside because you get all that resonance from the motor mount. But so I didn't actually have to drive my buddy's EG, but I decided on the last run I'd take the EG for a rip anyways, so that's what you guys will have seen there. Thing was pretty entertaining. It was fun to drive, so. Anywho, that's gonna be it for this video. It's late, I'm tired. I don't know what'll be in the next one, but hopefully we'll get to a King of the Hill soon. The last one got canceled. Now that the car's tuned, hopefully we can get to a King of the Hill and actually have some fun competition if people would show up. So maybe I'll see you then. Peace out and thanks for watching.